There are very crucial by-poll results that are coming in at the moment. 4 Lok Sabha seats at stake and 11 assembly seats. This includes one in Karnataka, and we are now looking at the leads coming in quite quickly. Initially, the BJP leading in all the 3 crucial Lok Sabha seats, 2 in Maharashtra and one, the Kairana seat in Uttar Pradesh, which of course is the one that we're looking at the most closely, because that is where the opposition has put up a joint candidate against the BJP. And now the leads have reversed. You had the BJP leading earlier, and now in the last few minutes, the RLD, which has the candidate in Kairana, it has taken a solid lead over the BJP there. The RLD now leading in Kairana. The BJP continues to hold its lead in Bhandara Gondia and in Palghar in Maharashtra. In fact, the numbers in Palghar indicate a very solid lead for the BJP there. That's important because the Shiv Sena, its closest ally, one of its oldest allies, in fact, had put up a candidate against them in that particular Lok Sabha seat. Let me just go straight across to my colleague Alok Pandey first from Lucknow, and Amitoj, who's in Kairana. Alok, give us the picture from UP, because the seats in UP are the ones we're looking at very closely. You have Kairana, of course, which is a Lok Sabha seat, and Nurpur, which is an assembly seat, and in both these seats at the moment the opposition is ahead.
Well, yes, certainly it does seem that in both seats at the moment the opposition is ahead. In Nurpur, at least, the lead seems to be very substantial, and even in Kairana, Amitoj has been telling us that now the leads are in favor of the RLD candidate or the Samajwadi Party RLD candidate. So it will be a big thing, because both of these seats were with the BJP. In fact, in Kairana, Hukum Singh, whose daughter now Mriganka is contesting, he had got over 50% of the votes at that point of time. That was right in the aftermath of the Muzaffarnagar riots. Kairana was one of the worst affected areas. In fact, even later there was this entire campaign, if I can call it that, about Hindu exodus from the area. Again, Kairana was the flashpoint for that also. So it is a very communally polarized place in that sense, and the campaign strategies of both parties also reflected this situation on the ground, because on one hand, you had the RLD taking the lead in the campaign in Kairana. Its leaders, Jayant Chaudhary, other senior leaders of the party were the ones who were the most present, and the candidate Tabassum Hassan or Tabassum Begum, she was the one taking the lead with door-to-door campaigns. You didn't have those major rallies from Akhilesh Yadav, the Samajwadi Party chief. So he, in a sense, kept away from the campaign. There were some in the Samajwadi Party camp who told us that it was a deliberate measure, because they did not want to send Akhilesh Yadav to an area and give an opportunity to the BJP to actually try and polarize the election further by hinting at the role of what they call Akhilesh Yadav's role in the aftermath of the riots, where they say that Jats were persecuted under Akhilesh Yadav's tenure. So that was as far as the Samajwadi Party camp went. For the BJP also, it was a big prestige battle, Kairana, because Hukum Singh, like I said, won over 50% of the votes in 2017. Also, the assembly segments in that part of Western UP were won by the BJP. So they would have certainly liked to retain the seat again by a big margin. And they had chosen Mriganka because she is somebody who also was trying to get into active politics for a while, and she is also Hukum Singh's daughter. Their campaign strategies were again led by Yogi Adityanath, who was their star campaigner, not in the same way perhaps as he campaigned for the Gorakhpur and Phulpur Lok Sabha by-polls, but he was present there in those parts. He addressed rallies there. 2 main planks from him. One, of course, the overriding plank was development. He used to talk about that there. But the 2 main election planks there, one was the fact that he again blamed Akhilesh Yadav and the Samajwadi Party for all the communal polarization. In fact, he in his speeches said that, look, if you vote us here, then we will ensure that there are no further riots. So in that sense, he was appealing to the Jat community vote there, and also talking about the entire Jinnah controversy, or the portrait of Mr. Jinnah in the Aligarh Muslim University.
That was also is so important, as you mentioned, Alok, because it has been a very communally polarized seat in a very communally polarized part of Uttar Pradesh. So whichever way the result goes today, it will certainly also be a reflection on that kind of campaign that we have seen, that has been continuously played out in this region for some years now. Amitoj, what's the latest though that you're hearing on the margins, because it appears that the RLD lead is now a little more substantial than it was earlier?
Well, absolutely. There's no two ways about it. We can clearly say that the RLD is leading now. And I just want to break it down for you, the panelists and our viewers right now, Nidhi, so that we all understand how we're actually getting the information, which is why sometimes it's a bit convoluted. How we're getting the information is that basically this parliamentary constituency of Kairana has 5 assembly seats. Now, 2 of them are being counted in Saharanpur and 3 of them are being counted where we are. So we are getting information of only 3, and we are actually sourcing the information of the other 2. So if I have to just give you a sense of what we have right now out here, well, that is that the Tabassum Bassum, that is RLD, is at 13,360, the BJP at 9,916, which basically means the RLD is leading by about 3,000 votes here. In the other constituency, which is Gango and Nakor, which is being counted in Saharanpur, we are getting a count which we got earlier, that the RLD was up by about 3,118 votes. But the latest that we're getting from one of those 2 constituencies is that the RLD is up by almost 10,000 votes then after 4 rounds. 19,064 RLD, BJP 9,784. Now if I count that and do all the math quickly, then it's actually looking like you could have a situation where the BJP is behind by about 15,000 votes. And this is just the Kairana parliamentary constituency that I'm referring to, 15,000 votes. Of course, this depends on which round we're talking about. In different areas, we're getting different rounds so far. So we're trying to update you as soon as we can. There's a latest information that Saurabh can tell us now. Saurabh, go ahead.
After first official figures have come out now, RLD is leading by 3,174.
This is where?
This is overall Kairana Lok Sabha seat.
Okay.
This is the RLD is leading by 3,174 votes, and RLD has already RLD has got 20,898, and BJP has got 17,724. So overall lead is
so this is all, the combined of five different assembly seats, which makes up this parliamentary constituency. That is the latest number that's come up. See, like we said earlier, the numbers that are coming up from different rounds and from different assembly seats, I beg your pardon. So the math we're trying to do as soon as we can. So far, we're getting an understanding that it's actually 3,000 votes. Although I've also got a different number, so we're trying to reflect that as soon as we can. And as per the assembly seat of Nurpur, there we can say very comfortably that there is a lead of well, after 6 rounds, Nurpur's Vidhan Sabha 6th round, Sapa Gathbandhan, they're leading by about 9,359. In Nurpur, the Gathbandhan United Alliance is actually leading by about 9,000 votes. So the BJP behind in both the UP constituencies, which is something that many people had actually thought about, keeping in mind the fact that the caste equation, the arithmetic is completely against them. If you have the BSP, the SP, the Congress, the Nishad Party, the Aam Aadmi Party, the RLD all coming together, the Jats, the OBCs, the Dalits and the Muslims, they really do sum up about 11 lakh out of the 16 lakh voters that are here in this constituency.